Hello everyone, GASPlay with you. First of all, I wanna thank you for all likes and comments. I really hope that you have the internet, because in this video I talk about the best online games that you can play with friends or solo. Let's go! Good MMORPG just doesn't roll on the road, so meet World of Kings. This is a quite fresh game, which takes place in a huge open world, where everyone will have enough of all kinds of beasts and other living creatures that you have to put in place. You can do it with the help of character on your choice of 4 races, 9 basic and 27 advanced classes. And of course, there are various modes of PvP, starting with the classic capture of the flag and the conquest of fortress, ending with pushing cards but also clan sorties. And that is what without you could not survive 2019. The genre of IO games is less and less surprising, but sometimes happens whole, where the gameplay changes, or rather the feeling of it changes, and the complexity increases, especially online, when you need to fight with real people. As you might guess from the name, you have to play by the hole, which increases by absorbing cars. And when the hole grows, you can already absorb your rivals. The principle remains the same, as in the similar games, but I like most of all the fact that I could not take the first place from the first 10 visits, although I already seem to be fully accustomed, which means that the game will delay for more than a couple absolute victories. I don't know if those who love the wargaming company watching me, but if so, I have a custom for you, namely Gods and Glory. This is a step-by-step strategy where you can fight to other people, and if everything works out, well, you will become the king of the vast world. But for this, you need to be able to not only click on the screen. In this game, everything is more complicated. You need to build a capital to join the Union in order to make it easiest to seize foreign lands. And of course, you should not forget about magic and gods. Without this, it will be very difficult. In this game, you can get hundreds or even 1,000 gameplay hours, especially those who have a free time for it. Well, it is necessary to pay attention to my Pixel 3D fans. Take Blockman Go Blocky modes. This is an arcade collection of various many games. In 2019, a variety of games with Pixel 3D graphics came out, an incredible set. But if it's good to sift these mountains quick, then you can find some gold. Of course, gold is what I said loudly, but for a metaphor, you can lie a little bit. In general, for fans of 3D pixel graphics, the game will definitely go down. The developers made sure that you had something to occupy your hands with. The variability of clothes is huge. The decorations is automatically selected by the system itself. And of course, the most important thing is a huge collection of mini games. And now I will tell about the game only for those who have friends, well, or 2 devices and 4 hands. To be honest, in the app stores there are units of games that are completely built around multiplayer. For this very reason, I present to your attention the game Duel. Actually, you will need 2 devices, and it doesn't have to be 2 iPhones or 2 Android. Devices can be mixed as you like, and of course you need to be connected to a single Wi-Fi network or Bluetooth connection. From experience, I will say it better to use Wi-Fi. So, you will have to shoot from your rivals using the accelerometer and thus destroy its ship. Everything is simple and fun, especially for playing a company for knocking out. Therefore, swing and wait for the right moment to play, and then you will understand everything by yourself. And the comments from our subscribers. Alex Williams: hey man, cool video, wanna see some online top games, can you do this? Of course, Alex, if you're watching this, it's about online games already. Again, I have a pixel game. What can I say? Nothing new has come. The developers took some popular destinations and crossed them. And then this is how Soul Knight turned out. A game in which you will run and chop opponents. There will be also different locations in which there will be many obstacles and opponents who will not seek backhand to you. Will have to repel their attacks. Fighting for resources and survival is a very short description of the Soul Knight. You can notice small streams points in the directions of plot creations, but to be honest, they are not mandatory here. This is a completely self-sufficient game where you can stick and chop up with different goals. Well, I think the name Annelids Online Battle tells us that the game is online, and the picture immediately reminds in which style it is implemented. It's hard not to recognize the legendary worms. The gameplay here is very similar. You need to control the combat worms, directing them to your opponent, dig tunnels, and you also need to shoot. A full set of weapons, some of which will be able to appropriate to use only in the certain situations, which implies elements of the strategy. There are also 14 locations and the ability to give your worm a unique look. In short, interesting, beautiful, and you can play with your friends. Nick Perry: wow, great top. Will it be for PC games? Yes, of course. We're gonna do this. And now, there are 3 leaders are likely to be revealed to everyone by the already well-known game, namely Brawl Toss. For those who are not known, I will bring an educational program. This is a MMO shooter from the creators of Clash of Clans, which is called Mobile Overwatch. But I think that this is not because the gameplay, but more because of the characters who have their weapons and of course their own unique ultra. But in general, Brawl Toss is an independent game that will entice you and take pleasure with different people. I can recommend it endlessly. And in the top of 3 winners continues to get quality content. This is a very cool game with a really unique gameplay. You control a guy who puts in the piece on the board. Each round begins with purchase of heroes who will confront different waves of creeps, and then to other players. Figures like their abilities cannot be controlled, and their maximum number on the field depends on the level of your dude. 3 of the same hero unite in one of a higher level immediately after you place them on the board. The shape can be improved to level 3. The goal is to hold on as long as it possible. After each defeat, the player takes damage having received too much of a game, and the game will be over for him. Dota players can start squealing for joy. Valve released an independent game based on the custom card overwatches of Dota 2, which is just mentioned. In Dota Underworlds, you need to create your own small army of Dota 2 heroes and then go to battle. The principle of the gameplay is similar. First, you will need to fight with creeps, after which the player already oppose each other. But Valve dedicated to make edits and changes some aspects of the original mob. Balance, new heroes, and a single mode appeared. Underworld works not only on phones but on the PC too. You will have a single profile and rank system on all of your platforms. Meanwhile, I'll dive back into Google Play and App Store where I'll dig in for goodies, and if you got it, like it, and if you've been interested, subscribe. I accept both critics and praise in the comments. Thank you all for watching, all for now. See ya.